Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, we just want to focus on the smaller time frame, on the shorter time frame, because I covered yesterday the daily chart. So let's just look at what the chart is doing here on the 1 hour time frame. And over the weekend, really not much. So the price has really just been moving sideways. No real change here. Yeah, just sideways correction here on this chart. And as you can see, we've seen possible third wave top on the 23rd of May. This is the main thesis, and the idea is that we're now in the fourth wave pullback correction. And my preferred micro count, at least the idea I currently have, is that after this third wave topped, we had this sharp pullback, which is an A wave, possibly a small impulse, but hard to say. Obviously, an overshooting B wave. From that point of view, maybe the A wave was in 3 waves. Then you tend to get these overshooting B waves. And now we could be in a C wave to the downside. But that doesn't mean it's bearish. It just means that, we see maybe a little bit more of an extended correction, possibly hitting this, well, first of all, the main support area between $3,208 and $3,644 in wave C to the downside. Important to realize, I think, that this is just the main support region for wave 4. The entire move up could be a diagonal pattern. So I'm talking about the move up from the 13th of April low. Diagonal. If it's a diagonal, I have to consider the 61.8 retracement for any pullback. Even though that would be deeper than ideal, I would still prefer the price not to break below the golden ratio level, or actually not even get there. So normally we say the 50% fib level is the key support for wave 4. In a diagonal, I have to give a little bit more space, but actually, ideally, as already mentioned here in the text, ideally the price holds here around $3,330. That's also where we have, in addition to the fib retracements, a Fibonacci extension level, because what I did as well is to check, okay, I've got the A wave length. Let's see what the fib levels are, what the Fibonacci extension tool is telling me for the C wave to the downside. A wave down, and then the A wave and the C wave, they often have the same length. And that's then typically here this set of Fibonacci extensions, in this case, between the 100% extension and the 161.8 extension, between $3,567 and $3,331. Ideally, the price would test that area and reverse. So basically, you could think of it as we have a large support area, but with the data we have from the internal wave structure in this wave 4, we can calculate the targets a little bit more precisely. And then we're looking also for areas of confluence. So there are particularly 3 levels that stick out to me. First of all, the 100% extension at 3,567. That's traditionally, or let's say typically, a key level for wave 3 there. No, sorry, for the C wave, this C wave. So it might be that this C wave ends here. Microstructure suggests maybe we go a little bit lower, and then it takes us to 3,475. There is some Fibonacci confluence here, 2 fib levels. Yeah, so that's the second level that sticks out to me, around 3,475. And then below that, the 1.618 at 3,330, because there's also some Fibonacci confluence, basically just combination of different cluster of fib levels that are coming together. And yeah, this is what in any pullback I'm watching for, these key levels. At the moment, it's possible that this C wave is unfolding, but if it is, then it's only an ending diagonal, which means that we are dealing with corrective structures in the subwaves, and we have to prepare for frequent changes of the microstructures in these diagonal patterns. Ideally, the B wave has topped. Any break above the Friday high of 3,847 means, or would mean, that the price needs to stay below the wave 2 high. If it breaks above it, then the interpretation of the chart needs to change, but that doesn't mean it's very bullish yet. I have no evidence that something more bullish is playing out, even though more direct upside extensions are possible, currently not expected. until the market gives us a signal, and that signal would be a break above the purple line. Then I would be watching possibly for a test of the March high of $4,100. That's my update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.